In the longer clip, David Justice is saying, part of why I'm talking now about Halle Berry is because as a Midwest...
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Relationships have always been a cornerstone of human experience, but the way we form them, maintain, and even end them has evolved dramatically in the modern era. Technology, shifting societal norms, and changing expectations have redefined what it means to be in a relationship. Technology has revolutionized how we meet and interact with potential partners. Though it's made it easier to meet with potential partners, it also poses new challenges. Traditional gender roles have been redefined in modern relationships. Women are increasingly independent, and men are more open to expressing vulnerability. This shift has led to more egalitarian partnerships, where responsibilities like childcare, housework, and financial contribution are shared. Modern relationships often emphasize individuality and personal growth. While this is healthy, it can sometimes create tension when partners struggle to balance their personal goals with the needs of the relationship.
y'all done with
this is why the lawyers don't like us.
Let me take it back, because one of the arguments the bougie people were having up there, myself excluded because I'm not bougie, was this Halle Berry David Justice thing. And people were ready to like throw hands over this shit. It was mostly, it turned into like a gender war thing a little bit.
Oh, wow,
really?
Shocking.
Huh?
And I shouldn't be shocked, I know, but it was like, actually, do we have a clip? Because Halle actually, David Justice breaks down why he broke up with Halle Berry.
There's many, but I have one here queued up. Let's get into it.
It really wasn't a lot of negative attention until I decided to leave her in 1996. I remember Halle saying to me, hey, she asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months. So I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy, so in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean, traditional, and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having an issue.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I thought he was ridiculous. Now, I add two quick things. He did say at the time, so he may not think like that anymore. I don't want to say he thinks like that now, but at the time, I thought the way he thought was ridiculous. You are with Halle Berry.
Who was her?
Yeah, Halle Berry was her. Now, David Justice had money. David Justice was him at the time.
He was.
So in the same way, it would be unreasonable for her to be like, yo, he doesn't seem like the type of, he just wasn't home all the time. He wasn't, he was at practice. He was playing for the Braves. He was a star. Like, I would expect the same thing for her. She was in the prime of her career, or entering the prime of her career. Mm-hmm. She was the star. No, she wasn't those things. And I don't think that's a knock against her. And he almost made it sound like she wasn't doing her responsibilities. And I would just want to add a caveat that he left out a little breakup thing. She also had a restraining order for abuse. I don't know whether it's true or not. I don't know, but
it was true.
But at least, I should say the restraining order is true. I don't know the details of their relationship, but what I do know is that's also part of why.
Is that what you were saying was true, the restraining order part or the abuse part?
All of the above, and because she goes on to describe the effect that it had on her and her suicide attempt directly afterwards.
Where did she describe this?
She describes it on Oprah and in multiple magazines.
Okay. I wasn't doubting her account. I just don't know enough to have an opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
See, but that's the thing. That in this conversation is kind of important, because in the longer clip, David Justice is saying, part of why I'm talking now about Halle Berry is because as a Midwest dude, I stayed quiet and allowed certain rumors to take place. Halle Berry was abused. This is his words. I know the person that abused her, and she kind of let that story circulate as if it was me, and she never held me down or came out to say, this is not me. That's what he is saying in the long clip.
Yeah, I heard that part as well.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know enough about that to know what's true and what's not.
I don't know about that, because I feel like everybody up here knows who the allegations were against.
See, I as a man can't do that.
I'm gonna be honest.
I do. I won't say it.
I know who they are against. I'm gonna be honest.
I have no idea.
I don't know if it's valid. Hold on. Let me tell you. For as long as I can remember, I always thought it was him.
Okay.
Same.
That was the rumor.
But it was, in defense, I agree, but we were 2012, maybe.
Yeah,
when
but I'm
these
just saying,
accusations were floating around.
when this first came out,
That rumor carried.
yes, that rumor carried. Because when
Okay.
this first came out, I saw a conversation of people saying, "Yeah, but you did this to her." And then I looked it up and I'm like, "Oh shit, it wasn't him." All this time, I thought it was him.
Yeah.
So that carried for a long time.
if we're taking him at his word, I can understand having an axe to grind with Halle Berry all of these years later.
Even an axe that you buried for 20 some odd years. And in my opinion, this is what I took from it. I took one, a level of honesty from him. I also took a level of accountability from him. So I think he said basically back then, knowing what I knew then as a 26, 25, whatever year old man, this is where my thoughts were. He country as fuck today. So I can only imagine how he sounded in the 90s.
Yeah.
He sounded like he just came out the farm. Like, yo, dog, a young kid, he's a superstar athlete.
He was.
Right? Living in Atlanta. I came from this. These are my perceptions of how a woman should be. It's no different than women that grew up with their dad. They'll tell you in a heartbeat, yo, I grew up with my father and my grandfather. These are how things that I think a man should do. Like, yo, dog, you need to be hands-on. I grew up in a household where my father fixed shit. Sweetie, I'm a software engineer. I'm just gonna call thumbtack. You know what I'm saying? And people and women will be like, yo, I like men that are manly men. It's just how his perception was back then was wrong.
How he was raised.
Yeah, it was wrong considering you have to modify your perception to who you dating.
I wish I could have heard him say it was wrong a little more. I thought that
I have the longer clip here.
He basically said,
I didn't understand because I had saw the longer clip first.
Okay.
And seeing that, then I didn't really get the gender war
The
part
outrage,
of it.
me either.
Because in the longer
There really
clip,
wasn't a lot of negative attention until I decided to leave her in 1996. You know, I remember Halle saying to me, hey, she asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months. I said, okay, because I couldn't.
and this
say
is
no.
long, so I will cut it at some point.
You know, and I said, okay, but I don't know if my heart was really into it.
Right.
But I didn't want to make her feel bad and say no.
In the moment,
You know, or like I was just in the moment. He caught me off guard. But I was like, cool, we getting along, we vibing. We're only 5 months in, we still in the honeymoon state. But we spent a lot of time apart because she was doing movies in this country, that country. We probably could have made it if I knew about therapy. If we knew about therapy.
See, I took this as accountability.
Me too.
We never had any major issues like that. It's just that because I was young, and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her. My knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom
Wasn't where it needed to be.
just wasn't vast.
At all.
I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy, so in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean.
Traditional.
and
So he's
then I'm
saying
thinking,
what we think he's saying.
if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues. We never had any issues about other women, other men. I mean, like,
See, this is not the picture that is painted at all of them.
One time when she.
Oh no, I got it.
Wait, hold up. Look, this good.
One time, because I didn't understand it. When we were out to lunch in LA.
funny.
I remember I'm from Cincinnati, man. I ain't even in LA scene like that. And she see an actor that she worked with one time, and he came in, hey, kissed him on the lips.
Oh.
What are we doing over
Was
here?
he European or American? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
American.
What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, so I know this is gonna be a conversation. So we get home and I ask about that. Oh, that's what we do in LA. Oh, okay then.
20 more seconds, I cut it off.
No, keep going.
Restaurant all the time. I had a young lady at the front seat all the time. We went there so much, she became so friendly. We got to hugging her every time we come in. Hey, how you doing? Just regular hug. My wife to lunch one time. I said, Halle, this is such and such. This is Halle, right? Halle looked at that girl, saw how fine she was. Man, she gave her one of them, like barely touched her hand, right? Just played her crazy. I was embarrassed, bro. I was like, but wait, hold on. I just hugged the girl.
Right.
You kissed this dude, and you mad at me because I hugged the girl? So remember, we young. So young, you get petty.
Yeah.
You understand?
I can cut it here. He keeps going.
No, I think it's a good place to stop. I mean,
the honeymoon stage was over.
This is the first time I heard too.
And when it's just David and Halle,
see this one.
It's helpful for context for me.
You never saw that?
No, I'm saying I saw the other one.
I never saw the full extent. That's why I said from the beginning, I said, like, you know, he said back then. So I was trying to give him some grace on that, but he actually delves even deeper to make it clear that it was back then. But the gender war thing that was happening, by the way, it wasn't people debating whether David Justice was wrong or not. It was people actually debating about whether or not a woman of that stature should be doing those things.
Oh, the Manosphere was going crazy.
Yeah,
the first thing I saw was the Manosphere reactors. Because I looked for the clip to get the full context, and I was like, "Oh fuck it!" I landed on one of these.
I just think that's more silly rage baiting, right? Like a woman that's the first $20 million actress, the woman with all that she had going on. He goes on to say that she was broke at the time.
I was about to say, but be clear. And again, I think he even admits to being wrong. Right? Well, he might not have said, "Yo, I was wrong." I think he keeps saying,
says, "I'm wrong.
At that time, the way I viewed shit at that time, blah blah blah." But he was him.
Yeah, he was.
They got married in '93, bro. But this is not that Halle Berry that we see today.
In
1993, 1990.
But she had Boomerang.
We don't need to get to all that because with all that going on, you hire the nanny, you hire the cleaning lady, cleaning person, you hire the chef. Like this is like a lowbrow argument to me.
I agree. But the problem is if you're old country dude, it's not just can stuff get done. Is this the right kind of person? And the idea is, if you're not down to do that yourself, then you're the wrong person for me. I can afford to get it taken care of, but I need somebody who wants to do that.
But even just the fact that he states that they barely knew each other. You know, regardless of the fact, like she asks him to marry her. I don't know her thinking as to why you asked this man to marry you. Would
you not do that
after 5 months? If I think that I have met my soulmate and I love you more than I don't know what, the sun rises and sets on the crack of your fucking ass. Yes, I would. I would.
But that's not that.
But that's not what that sounds like. He sounds wildly indifferent. It's almost like he wants to say, I really couldn't give a fuck.
Do you know how much you got to be him to be like, Halle Berry, I felt bad for her. I just said yes.
Yeah, I felt bad for her, so I said yes. So I entered into a marriage with this woman?
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Explain it to me. I might be wrong. Tell me why.
You shouldn't just marry off someone's fucking good looks,
physical
clout. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying he should have. I was just saying, like, you got to really be that nigga at that time in your life.
That nigga's handsome. My nigga, that nigga was playing for the Atlanta Braves when they were the Braves.
And the Yankees. And
I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying he was that dude.
Like, yo, dog, that nigga was him.
We're not just, okay.
So he's saying,
we're not.
So
word salad. And
Mark's question was, yo, you know how you got to be to say, to Halle Berry. He might have had 10 Halle Berrys on his roster. And she wasn't Halle Berry.
But I also think that that's what...
I keep forgetting that part. I was speaking to his stature. Anyway, that's not the...
I think that was exactly what Mark is saying. Mark was basically saying he was him. She was her, he was him. Okay. They were the power couple before the term was even fucking coined. Whole thing, the weirdness is you didn't really have like an investment in this woman.
What I'm saying to Mark is, if any woman that asks you, I don't care who you are, Marilyn Monroe, you could put all the stature in the world, Queen Elizabeth. If you 5 months in and you propose to a guy, I don't think that you need to be that dude to say, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, this seems like a lot.
Yeah, I think the UPS worker.
That's actually a red flag.
Oh, it's a super red flag.
A lot of people tell the truth about it. That's a red flag.
A lot of pressure.
Now, on top of that, y'all are right. He was him. But I don't think you need to be him to handle that way.
That's true.
I think the biggest thing with this clip that caught me off guard is, why is this happening right now?
Because of podcasts.
I think
that's the crazy part to me. 30-year-old relationship.
A lot of people were thinking
we're spilling the tea. Like, come on.
What happened? What I saw a lot of was people making this the flip of the Nelly Ashanti argument.
What do you mean?
Tell me more.
With Nelly saying the whole, yo, I'm not changing no diapers. I'm not doing any of this. I'm hiring somebody. So now when you hear a man say it, they were like, okay, if y'all stood on that side, it was okay then. Why you have a problem with it when the woman saying, I don't want to do that and I'm her?
Okay.
So that's why people are trying to equate the two.
I don't think Halle Berry should have been cleaning anybody's house.
Agreed.
I think we both have enough money where I'm not cleaning nobody's house. Nigga, my girl, I gotta hire a cleaning lady, and I ain't got a tenth of what they got. I'm just saying him and his exactly. No golden gloves, no nothing. I just think that from where he was from and how he was brought up, that was traditional to him.
I get that.
That's all.
Especially back then.
Yeah.
You know?
Like that's why I was saying it's about whether that work gets done, but it's also for some men or women, to your point about the handyman stuff, about wanting someone who's that type of person. Because it's like, oh, if you're the software engineer and you could pay Thumbtack or whoever to do the stuff, but I want a certain kind of dude with a certain kind of personality, certain kind of character, somebody who can defend me. And those things often come with the dude that's building the cabin for you and not calling somebody. And I think a lot of times to do it, it's not about whether I can afford a nanny or not. It's like, do you have motherly? Because he said she's not motherly.
Motherly, he did.
You know, that's about something else. And I'm not sure if that's a.
She was also probably, what, 20-something at the time?
She was 20-something, and that was such an unfair assessment of her because she goes on to have, what, like 3 fucking children? So it's just like his assessment of her at that age was just like.
Everybody who's a mother ain't motherly, though.
That is 1,000% true.
I'm not. Okay,
and I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying.
Let's just stay where we are.
Okay.
We're talking about Halle,
Okay.
and it appears by all appearances that she is a very involved, loving mother. So let's just stay right there.
That's fair. And that wasn't to criticize her. I don't know anything about her.
No, I'm not letting you do that. That's not fair because that's always the appearance.
Yeah.
The appearance is 99% of the times a motherly woman.
Okay, well, usually by this age, because all of her, at least Nala, her oldest, is in her teens. By this age, children have voices and they have social media and they come after their fucking parents if they ain't shit. We see it all day long. We have not heard fuck all from Halle Berry's kids
Everybody
as to whether or not. Okay.
Let's give it. I have no reason to think she's not a great mother. I was just saying I don't see having children as proof of being good at it any more than a father who has 10 kids. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but I'm also,
and I don't think that not having kids is enough for a man to say that. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
The other side.
If there's no kids and you don't see that motherly shit, it ain't no kids around and she ain't being motherly to you, nigga. We running around. You got to see.
No, it's not true. Yeah.
Oh, tell me more.
You've seen.
Tell me more.
I've seen women be with nieces, nephews, other kids. You can just see certain things that jump out. It's like, oh shit, she knows how to handle it.
Dog, there's women that have been around a man and men that have been around women intimately and been around them, and a woman can say, yo, I don't think he would be a good dad. I see him, I see how he moves, I see some of his moral shit. I don't think I would be comfortable having a baby
and
with
that
this
assessment
man.
I'm saying is unfair.
That's based on their observation. So that's their perception. So they're not wrong in their perception. The same way a man could look at somebody and say, yo, she outside too much, she moving around a lot, I don't think I would be comfortable having a baby with this woman. She
I don't think that's fair.
Then at that point, he shouldn't have married her. If he thought all those things about her, he should have left her and basically was trying to insinuate, I didn't even really love her. Leave her the fuck alone.
That's the original.
Regardless of the proposal, leave her the fuck alone.
And that's
Since you got 10 Halle Berrys,
but that's easy
go with the 10 Halle Berrys that are nurturing and want to fucking clean up after you in the fucking household. Leave that one alone. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
I agree with that last point. Leave her alone if that's not what you want.
He should have, in my opinion. No, he should have not.
If she's the one that's not for you and you see all that fucked up shit, don't marry her. That's all I'm saying.
He shouldn't have married her.
I'm not saying leave her.
I didn't say he should have left her. He shouldn't have married her.
If you say she proposed to me
after 5 months,
I wasn't into it. I felt bad for her. I didn't see the things I want in a wife. Don't fucking marry her.
Why you make her a wife?
But just don't marry her.
You thought you could change her?
In the
Mistake
moment,
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And in retrospect, we think about it later. People do things like that all the time.
We be so
and
responsible.
regret it later.
We be real responsible on these podcasts.
But later,
I'm not saying I would have did. I'm saying I would have did the same shit, but I'd have been wrong. If you tell me at 26, if Halle Berry said, "Yo, let's get married," nigga.
But that comes with
Halle
knowledge.
Call me right now.
Mark, but that comes with knowledge.
Too early in the podcast.
That comes with knowledge and experience.
Yeah, bro.
Like if you're 26 years old as Halle, like you're gonna jump into it. It just comes with knowledge and experience. And we do that a lot of time, and I think it's reckless to say, this person shouldn't have did that. And this person,
what does he lose?
Yeah, we negate.
He still got his bitches.
We negate the fact of
might
growth.
lose a couple $100 million if it's the wrong situation.
Wait, hold on, but we take away growth and we take away experience from the person. Like this is what you have to go through in order to make these decisions.
Yeah, but hold on. Here's the other part, though, is it was not lost on him what it looked like to have Halle Berry on his arm.
That's why I said the ego part.
Exactly. So you can't have it both ways. You can't want to turn this fledgling starlet into a fucking housewife, but then also rock her on her arm where everybody's going to recognize her for the achievements that she already has and what's probably going to come down the pipeline. You don't get to fucking have it both ways, and he wanted to have
unless
it both ways.
Unless she wants it both ways.
Yeah.
Because there are women who want to be in the spotlight but want to be home cooking chicken and raising babies.
Maybe, but again, we're staying here with this particular
Let me ask you a
scenario.
question on a different note, because I saw you make a face earlier, and I might have misread your face. Joe said that it was a red flag, and we all kind of agreed there was a red flag to if somebody proposes after 5 months.
For her to propose to
him
you
after 5
alone is a
months.
little red flaggy.
And we said it was red flag, and you kind of looked like you seemed like you disagreed with that. Did I misread you, or do you?
No, I answered it.
Oh, you do think it's a red flag?
No, I answered it. Like he asked me whether or not that I would do it, and I basically said if the sun rose and set on the crack.
No,
of this
I get
person's
that under
ass,
that circumstance, but
but also I have very specific feelings about women proposing to men. That's where my traditionalism creeps in. You know, so but.
Fair
you know,
enough.
who knows? Let that special fucking someone fall from the skies, and it might change everything about me.
Double standard is a motherfucker.
I don't care who.
Her tradition stick in, but his tradition can't kick in. I'm sorry.
Wait, I'm not kicking his back in about his sense of traditionalism.
Gotcha,
I'm
okay.
kicking his back in about the choice of the woman.
Oh, got it. Sorry. Okay.
You know, so Mark, you want to say something?
No.
Okay.
Y'all just nailed it.
I will say I completely understand marrying Halle Berry at 26. I don't really understand 30 years later airing out all the tea. I'm still on that.
Nah, I totally understand that one.
Yo, and they were asking him questions.
So?
Dog, Ice just sat there and said, me and Ice
You
just
wouldn't
sat there and
answer
said, we, for all of these years, I'm gonna be 45, thought that David Justice was the one beating her ass.
I definitely.
If that's not the case, I totally understand him addressing that anytime a mic is in front
I agree
of
with that part. I just don't agree with the I didn't see a mother in her and all the other parts. That's the parts that
Well, his back he'd been accused of something he didn't do, and he stayed quiet.
So your retort is to.
But he's not saying that there wasn't motherly instincts in her. He's saying at that age,
based on what I thought
what
a
he
mother
knew
and a wife
with
should
no
be.
relationship experience, assessed wrong.
I just want to be clear, just for the factual, since what I said at the beginning was that there was a restraining order against him. There was. That was accurate. That was for a verbal altercation they had, and she said that she felt unsafe after their argument. So to be clear, there was a restraining order. What I said was accurate. What I said I didn't know about was whether there was any physical violence in there. It seems to me, based on what you're saying, and I haven't heard Halle Berry say anything to on Oprah, she didn't say it was David Justice, right?
No.
Right. My understanding from
in 2025, it's easy to do that shit that y'all
No,
do.
nigga, in 2025,
For
Mel just stood 10
years.
toes
No, I'm
down
agreeing with you.
and
I'm
said,
trying
no,
to
it was
clear
him.
this
He
up.
said it on Oprah.
I'm clearing it up.
No, I
I'm saying I want to be
didn't.
clear.
That's not what I said.
Y'all have to stop talking over each other, please.
I thought it was him too for years until I kind of got in the business and found out who it was, and then it's also kind of leaked a little bit. The actor who has been alleged to do it. It's not her. It's not him.
I know.
I know you know, and so I just want to make that distinction because I don't want people to assume because there was a restraining order against him.
Well, then at some point, come clear it up.
Exactly. And also, don't make it seem like that's what I was saying when she went on Oprah. I did not say that he was the one that perpetrated the violence against her. I said that there's an understanding as to who it actually was.
I think we all misheard you.
No, you did. I think you didn't say it like that, man.
No,
I
you did
said-
not.
I said
You did not. You said she is him.
You didn't.
You said it was him.
No,
You
I
agreed?
didn't.
Push pause.
You were saying was true, the restraining order part or the abuse part?
all of the above, and because she goes on to describe the effect that it had on her and her suicide attempt directly afterwards.
Where did she describe this?
She describes it on Oprah. Right, so 30 years, that was very talented. I do have to fucking commend you.
Because you be lying so much.
You're him. Shut the fuck up.
30 seconds later.
Shut up, grasshopper.
Nigga grasshopper.
Anyways,
Exactly.
he ain't no motherfucking sensei. Anyways,
Corny nigga. Yeah, man, I got you. Corny ass nigga.
so she put the mic right under
Yo, that nigga said you look like Bruce Lee.
So nigga like you ready to do a split.
That man was good.
Yeah, I say look like I'm ready to do a split. Y'all watch yourselves with y'all little jokes.
Cause look, even the bottom of your shit. What are those niggas? Checkerboards, nigga. You look crazy, boy. You look good and crazy. Yeah, man. Let
Yeah,
finish.
Japan's, boy. Anyway, back to
Anyways,
Mel.
okay,
Don't
so-
talk over Mel no more, too.
Oh God, it's fine. Okay, so almost 30 years ago, she gives the interview with Oprah, and she talks to several media outlets, and she talks about the effects that the marriage had on her. There is the insinuation. She talks about the restraining order, so the insinuation is that there was some abuse that happened, but I felt like everybody knew who it actually was.
No, I think David Justice's
and
point
that
is
right
that
there is unfair to men.
No, because
Okay.
everybody didn't know.
I think a lot of people thought
that part is unfair to men. Y'all just said the name. I ain't never heard that.
I didn't know that.
And if I did, I forgot it.
Yeah, I heard that.
But it's always been David Justice.
I just thought it was multiple people.
But
that
he
she
goes,
had
But that's the thing is,
but he
I
goes on in this clip to say, though Holly was broke, she had a different type of machine behind her to help push and frame any narrative that she wanted to be out. I think it's fucked up.
Oh,
I think it's fucked up.
Yeah, if he didn't do it, it's fucked up. I mean, I think that's simple. Yeah, if he didn't do it, it's fucked up, and it don't sound like he did it.
So if somebody has a restraining order on you, you said it was for verbal assault.
Yeah.
But then they come out and say, yo, I was physically assaulted, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah,
she
blah,
knows
blah.
she did.
Yeah, like the 2 or 3
Yeah,
things gonna start
she
getting
knows she
pasted
did.
together, and then you don't refute that for the next 20
letting
or
it rock.
30 years.
That's nasty.
crazy.
Well-
That's nasty.
That's
and
not-
women be
that's
nasty.
not a
So why
like
didn't
that.
why didn't he ever defend himself?
You can't, how can he defend himself?
I never put my hands on her,
And then what?
and then that's it. I never
I
put my
don't know
hands
that
on
he
her.
hasn't done that, but I think I don't know
And
if
that
he
works?
has.
That works?
But what I was going to say is, I think the problem is to the
Yes.
point Joe was making is
Believe
that
victims.
She had a machine.
A lot of times they are not believed at all. Epstein files, hello. Everybody keeps looking for the Epstein files. Listen to the women that fucking actually said the crimes were committed. But go on.
No, I think David Justice's point is just that one, he said his sensibilities as a Midwest dude, was that he just stayed out the way and let that go. But I think he has at some point denied it at least once. But I think that his point was there's a whole machine behind Halle Berry where if you hear that constantly, even if he's denying it, he's like, I didn't do it. And they're like, he did it. And he's like, I didn't do it. And that comparison is what keeps happening, and that creates a bad situation for people.
I thank God that my male translator is back, boy. I ain't gonna hold you. Because I just be sitting there and say, shut the fuck. But Mark.
Really? Is that what you say? That's what you say?
No,
That's what you say to me?
No, but come on now. We gang. I just be like, yo, where's he shut up? But then Mark could explain it, right?
Yeah.
So
he's a great. Yeah.
He's the Mel whisperer.
Bastard.
Oh my
That's
Lord.
what happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank the Lord.
How do you
he
feel
is
about
too.
that title, Mark?
Uh-oh. See, you always do it. Look, see, you so extra.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I think we
Yeah.
all.
It's reductive, huh?
It is reductive and objectification
Right.
at its finest. Yeah.
Anywho's.
Yeah.
Anywho, it's time for my favorite part of the show, Prize Picks. All right, now I know some of you out there are asking, what is Prize Picks?
What is it, Joe?
Well, Prize Picks is the best. Mel. Prize Picks is the best place to win real cash money with your sports knowledge. With millions of members, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. Really easy and simple to play. All you have to do out there is pick more or less on at least 2 players. Look at their projected stat line for a chance to win now up to 2,000 times your cash. And though NBA basketball might be over, NFL is almost here. I can smell it in the air. And though the Yankees suck, baseball season is here. So whether it's with strikeouts, RBIs, or first inning runs, make your call with more or less for a chance to win up to 2,000 times your cash only on Prize Picks. And the Joe and Ish picks of the week, we're going with, Ish, you getting lazy. Camila Cardoso been here for 9 months. Camila Cardoso for more than 10 rebounds. Skylar Diggins for more than 8.5 rebounds and assists. Gabby Williams for more than 4 rebounds, and Aaron Judge for more than 7.5 fantasy score. Don't forget, if you open your phone right this second and download the Prize Picks app and use promo code JBP, all of us will be able to eat more than we did last year, and we'll be able to prove our analytics to the people that it matters to most. Don't forget, if you download Prize Picks right this second and use promo code JBP, you get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. So good luck to all participants out there, and run your game. Did y'all see Shador the other night?
I did.
Yawn.
Shador.
Huh?
He said yawn.
What'd you say?
I said yawn.
At Shador?
Yes.
I don't understand.
That's the story.
Get a smelling salt.
Tell me more.
Expand now.
How could you yawn that?
Because it's the preseason. I find I said something a couple weeks ago that stuck with me.
Really?
Not exactly, but I'm making meaning of it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When we were talking about the Hulk Hogan thing, you were kind of like, it depends on who's doing the storytelling. People respond differently to things. I find that, like, if you're a Shador person, you're like, this proves everybody right. And if you're anti-Shador, you're like, this is the preseason. And if he had played like shit on the first game, the haters have been like, see, this mattered. And the supporters have been like, it's just the preseason. To me, this is a nothing burger. It's like, he played, I'm glad he played well, and I'm rooting for the kid. I want him to be great. But I think too much is being made of a preseason game against not the best competition.
I couldn't be more on the opposite side of this.
Yeah, me either.
I'm shocked.
Couldn't be more on the opposite
Usually
side of this.
reasonable.
Did he play against first team D a little bit?
He did a little bit.
And they
Preseason
they
game.
ran him around a little bit.
Man is not.
That ain't his fault.
I'm just saying he did play against first team D. Pause. It wasn't the best. It looked a little bit better when he played against the.
But first team D means that they kicking our first team O line's ass and got me on the run.
Potentially, yeah.
I don't necessarily mean
Listen, I'm not here to do